Imposter syndrome is real. That little voice in your head telling you all the reasons why you can't do something or go after that big dream is legit. And when I heard multiple thought leaders say it doesn't go away, what? After you do the hard thing and get to the next level, guess what? You're going to have to deal with it all over again, because what's at that next level? Another level of your imposter syndrome. It is the shapeshifter of our growth, and it'll be there as we grow. So we might as well learn how to play nice with it and find ways to use it to our advantage. Your inner imposter may not be the villain in your story after all. Perhaps the inner imposter is, or the good guy who's flawed but goes through some things and grows into that hero. You know this movie. It's the bad guy you don't like that somehow turns good, and in the end you can't help but root for them. It might make you feel some type of way to have your less than desirable traits brought to your attention. Now, I agree. We could work on the bedside manner of our inner imposter, that's for sure. Yet, despite the delivery, the inner imposter does make a few points. All right, maybe several. The imposter is giving you the keys to unlock your next level. Ready for me to be your personal mindset coach? Work with me one-on-one. Let's let go of what's holding you back and get the mindset you need so you can chase your dreams while doing all the things. You don't have to just dream about the life you love. You can actually live the life of your dreams. With my simple strategies, you can go from imagining to manifesting, from just trying to thriving. Let's rewrite your story now. Tap the link in the show notes and apply now. Your next level you is awaiting. Let's go on this journey together. In the midst of doing all the things, you can do all things and chase your dreams. Stay encouraged as we go on this journey called life, tackling everything that comes our way while we shine our light despite any circumstances we face. No more downplaying or dimming your light, because through the good, the bad, and everything in between, together we can encourage over everything. Your goals and dreams may feel a bit out of touch because it's so far from who you are today. Maybe your dream requires you to speak on stage. And if you're anything like me with this whole public speaking thing, maybe you're an introvert who doesn't even have your camera on Zoom calls. You can't even imagine yourself on camera, let alone on a stage. Or maybe your goal is to finish up that degree so you can go practice your skills, but for so many reasons, you just don't think you can do it. It could be your dream is to write a book and be on the New York Times bestseller list, but you don't have time to write, or you don't know the first thing about writing a book, let alone getting it published. The same could be said about starting that business or asking for that raise, going after that promotion, or whatever your big goal or dream is. There is distance between where you are today versus where you want to be in the future. Let's explore the possibility that the imposter within is simply trying to tell you what you need to do to become the next version of yourself that has what you want. There is a new version of yourself patiently waiting to be discovered and emerge. The imposter is just calling your attention to what you need in order to bridge the gap. The skills, that swag and courage of a public speaker, the business savvy knowledge to be an entrepreneur, or the crafty wordsmith of an author. Whether it's the boost to your confidence, skills to be learned or obtained, resources outside of you, such as a coach, mentoring, marketing strategist, or a virtual assistant, etc. Whatever resource it is that you need to be tapped into, you are receiving information on what you need to become the next level you, whether it's things that you need to do or things that you should partner with others to do, or even a combination of the two. The imposter is letting you know you're misaligned from that big goal or dream currently, and it's whispering, but let me fill you in on what you need. So don't take it as a negative. Let me reintroduce you to a word to level set and really let yourself off the perfectionism hook. The word is yet. You are not a public speaker yet. You are not a savvy entrepreneur yet. You are not a critically acclaimed author yet. Your inner imposter is just letting you know you are not there yet, and that's okay. Yet, you can get there. See what I did there? You are worthy of self-care every day, not just on a Sunday. As you do all the things and chase your dreams, self-care has to be a major part of your day-to-day life. Giving yourself what you need is the key to being able to give everybody else what they need. If you're having a hard time making sure your self-care is on your list, get all the deets in the Encourager's Insider Guide to Self-Care. These free, easy DIY tips for simple ways to make self-care a part of your daily routine, plus some bonus goodies. Get your free Encourager's Guide to Self-Care because you deserve to be a priority on your list. Grab it right on the blog or the show.encourageovereverything.com/self-care freebie. No more being last on your list. Grab it today and give yourself the gift of self-care. So I thought to myself, if those you look up to still have to deal with imposter syndrome, then you better learn how to play nice with it. And I recently heard Lisa Bilyeu talking about her imposter syndrome when it comes up, and she'll say, oh, hey, that little girl is still there. It made me think of my own little girl on the inside who is afraid and yet hasn't gained the confidence needed to go after that next big thing. I call her a little L. So instead of hating on this little girl who is just trying to keep me safe and feeling all of my insecurities, I decided to show her some compassion. After all, she's the one holding space for all my insecurities. And just as every little girl has to grow up, so does she. I want to help little Elle grow beyond the fear and insecurities. Even as much as I've grown and worked on myself, she will still have to show up from time to time and remind me of some areas that need some attention. So if imposter syndrome is something I could face every time I think about going to the next level, I might as well play nice with her and figure out how I can use this to my advantage. As you know, it all starts with mindset. The mindset shift I decided to make is to look at my imposter syndrome as a signal to tell me the things that I need to learn or acquire in order to truly go after the next big thing. I do not like going on camera, okay? I'm sorry. I don't like it. I'm way more comfortable writing, posting quotes, doing voiceovers. Like, that's more of my jam. I love that. But if I'm really going to go after my big dream, guess what I got to do? Go on camera. I have to make some videos and put this face right on out there. So I take a look at my imposter. Little Elle is telling me these things, right? So I need to listen up and see what she has to say. And so when my little Elle tells me things like, nobody will watch your videos, I simply say to her, if millions of people are watching videos with talking cats, okay, there is definitely somebody willing to watch my videos. I need to believe better. When little Elle says, you don't know how to do that, I say to her, okay, all right. What do I have to learn to be able to be good at videos? What classes do I have to take? What tools do I need? Who do I know that can help me? What she's really telling me is I need to build my skills. And when little L comes back and is like, you're not going to be any good at that, I say to her, I'm not any good at it yet, but I will be. Watch me. I'll suck at first, but even LeBron James and Steph Curry miss some shots. I will get good at it. I can get great at it. I can get great at anything I decide to get great at. So what she's really trying to tell me is I need to build my confidence. And when little L comes back and says, you are too scared to do that, I simply say to her, it's okay to be scared. Scared just means you've got to do it. You don't have to do it all today or right now or in this moment. You can work towards it. You can practice. You can build the muscle. You are scared because it's new, it's unknown, but you can build a comfort level with it. Put in the reps, and before you know it, you'll be so proud of yourself for learning the skills, mastering them, and putting them into practice to make an impact and serve your greater mission. So what she's really trying to tell me is I need to build my belief. More often than not, we allow that little inner imposter to play on repeat, letting that insecurity stay in rotation as if it's on our favorite playlist. It's that song you hate, but you know all the words to. And instead of changing the station, you let it ride. And before you know it, you are singing along because it's catchy. All along, you had the power to change the station, but you listened anyway. I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing, and here's why. In this case, I see these as statements of concerns that need to be addressed. The inner imposter is expressing some concerns, maybe not in the best way, but they are concerns nonetheless. The best way to stop someone from nagging is to truly listen and address the needs being expressed. So these concerns are really coming from two places. One, to keep us safe. Our comfort zone, right? We love it. It's cozy up in that piece. And two, based on what we believe and know right now, this is not at all based on the future state. So if you're afraid right now, or you don't think that you can do it right now, it's probably legit, like you don't know how just yet. But it is not at all addressing what is possible. I love sharing my favorites with you. My favorite app on my phone is the Growth Day app. The journal feature is everything. If you want to be able to journal literally anywhere you have your phone in hand, this is for you. If you don't know what to write, no worries. You will want this for the science-backed journal prompts alone. It's a great place to reflect, explore, gain new insights, and level up your perspective. This all-in-one personal development app has a great plan section, a place to capture your life scores, and so much more. Now, if you love self-improvement as much as I do, you are going to love what Brendan Burchard has put together. Check out the link in show notes, and I'll see you there. You get to decide how you choose to address the concern. A, you can stay in your comfort zone and continue to believe your current beliefs based on what you know right now. Or you can go with option B, and you can step outside of your comfort zone, and little by little is okay. Remember, baby steps count, okay? You can choose new beliefs by building a new belief and defining what you need in order to help you get to where you want to go. Now, just to give you a little framework about building a new belief, it's really just taking an assessment of that belief. Like, what do you believe? Where did it come from? And when I say where did it come from, ask yourself, is this my belief? Did someone give it to me? Or did I learn this? Then ask yourself, does it serve me now? And if the answer is yes, sure, keep it. But if the answer is no, then what should be your new belief? The concerns are really telling you what you need in order to be equipped to go after that brand new shiny thing. So for me, my inner imposter was telling me I needed to believe better. And I had 3 things I needed to really build: my skills, confidence, and my beliefs. I'm here to remind you, positivity is an option. While the negative may be a default, or maybe the way that you tend to lean, but let's start to err on the side of positivity and see what it has to offer. I have spent the majority of my life having that 1 foot in and 1 foot out, really just waiting on the other shoe to drop. But I can't spend the rest of my life this way. Positivity has got to be the way. I know everything's not always going to be positive, but I know that I can find some positivity in it. So you may be pleasantly surprised to find so much of what you're seeking is right on the other side. Connect to your inner self. Listen to that voice as often as possible. You have the answers. Allow your inner wisdom to guide you. This is how you begin to trust yourself and connect more and more to your higher self. The imposter syndrome doesn't have to be a death sentence or derogatory title worn like a badge of dishonor. Perhaps there is some value there, something to be taken away and used to create something amazing. It's okay if you haven't arrived yet. It's okay you're not at your next level just yet. It's the road to becoming that offers so much more promise when you enjoy the process and watch it all unfold. Whether your imposter highlights the not yet healed parts of you, the not yet developed aspects of you, the unfinished pieces of you that are absolutely on their way, embrace the opportunity these insights can provide. The imposter syndrome may not be something you're looking forward to facing, yet look for the positive things that you can take from this feedback that's being provided. It can very well change the trajectory of the direction you're heading. These may be the keys you need to unlock your next level. Encourage over your inner imposter, because together we can encourage over everything. Encourager, thank you so much for tuning in. You are literally inside my dream come true. If you enjoyed this episode, here's some ways you can say thank you. Share it with a few friends. You are a true encourager, and spreading encouraging messages to lift each other up, that's what we do. Leave a review, light me up with some stars, and share your feedback, because this is how we get more encouragement out there. To keep the conversation going or to connect with other fellow encouragers, head on over to the EOE After Party. Hey! It's a free space where we can connect and support one another as we chase our dreams while doing all the things. Check out today's show notes for today's sponsors or how to become an elite encourager, along with all the ways to stay connected. Or meet me on Instagram at Encourage Over Everything. Your support is such a gift. From my heart to yours, thank you, my friend. Until next time, I'm sending you love, light, and loads of positivity, because together we can encourage over everything.